the best way to predict your future is to create it. Not from the known, but from the unknown.
Have you ever been broke or stranded somewhere with no idea how to change where you're at? Well, wherever you might find yourself, there's always a way out. As this young guy here discovered, Jace had been on an amazing round-the-world trip and had just returned to his home in the United States when he discovered he had run out of money. Now, he did what many young people do in that situation and called his father. And you might think Jace had won the dad lottery, having Dr. Joe Dispenza as a dad. But Dr. Joe is, amongst many things, a teacher. And when Jace rang him up asking for money, he sensed an opportunity to teach his son a valuable life lesson. Here's how that conversation went. He texted me and asked, "Hey Dad, I'm in the US again. Can we talk?" Uh-oh, I thought. Here we go. So I called him and I asked how things were going. "Great," Jace said, "but I kinda ran out of money and I don't know what I'm going to do." Now, the father in me wanted to say, "Don't worry, son, I'll spot you some money until you can get back on your feet." But the teacher in me prevailed and responded, "That's so cool, because now you're really going to have to create. Now you're in the unknown. Let me know how it goes." And I hung up. And some of you might be thinking, that was a bit harsh, wasn't it, Joe? But to be fair, Joe knew that Jace had everything he needed to thrive in his situation. He knew this because a few months earlier, he and Jace had had another conversation, a conversation through which Joe imparted to his son the secret to manifesting wealth. But not just manifesting wealth, doing so whilst living the life of your dreams. Now it's time for that conversation, so get your pen and paper ready, because this is some quantum magic. He called me from New Zealand and said, "Dad, listen, I've got to start thinking about what I'm going to do when I get back to the real world. I want to create a new and better job than my previous ones, but I want to do it differently. I've learned a lot from taking time off." "Okay," I responded, "there must be potential in the quantum field that you can tune into that's related to a new job for you. Take out a piece of paper and write the letter J on it, and draw 2 squiggly lines around it to represent the electromagnetic field." When Jace had done that, Joe continued, "That J is a symbol that represents a possibility, your clear intention of the job you want. But now we have to get very clear, so let's list what's important to you in this job. Under that J, I want you to write the word intention and list the specifics of what you want in your new job. You can write down anything you want except when or how it is going to happen." Here's what Jace said he wanted. To work from anywhere in the world. The same amount of money as his old job or more. Independent contracts that lasted 6 to 12 months. To be his own boss and to lead his own team. All 4 of these points together formed an intention. Joe continued, "Okay, now you have your clear intention. Every time you think of this letter J, can you associate the letter with the meaning you just gave it, or the specifics of what you want that you just listed?" Jace said he could. Then Joe asked him to think about how he was going to feel when it happened. Joe asked Jace then to provide a list of elevated emotions he'd expect to feel when he got that job and fulfilled these intentions. And here's what Jace wrote. Under the heading Elevated Emotions, the Energy of My Future, he wrote, "Empowered, in love with life, free, grateful." Now this is an illustration from Joe's book Becoming Supernatural, which I enjoyed as an audiobook. This is the model with which Jace would go on to completely redesign his life. All he needed to do was hold this intention, feel those emotions, and get into the quantum state, which is the main focus of this book. There's a lot of power in this diagram, and I wonder if you might be able to apply this same model to your life or any creative projects you have. For instance, if I was to apply this model to my YouTube channel, here's what it would look like. To be helpful, to inspire health, peace and optimism, to serve the divine in an entertaining way, and to pay for half my living expenses. And the elevated emotions I'd expect to feel when this happened? Elation, deep connection, purpose and gratitude. Now put yourself in Jace's shoes for a moment as we listen to what Joe said next, because this is the power that turns the wheel. Just hold that symbol now in your mind's eye while you radiate that energy into the space beyond your body, like tuning into a radio station and picking up a frequency that carries information. The longer your awareness lingers in this energy, or the longer you are conscious of the energy of your future, the more likely you will be to call the experience to you. So just tune into the energy of your future every day. And remember, whatever you broadcast into the unified field is your experiment with destiny. When there is a vibrational match between your energy and the energy of this potential, it will find you. Now rewind back to that original conversation where Joe, having heard that his son needed money, had simply hung up on him. Harsh, but everything Jace needed, because he doubled down, gave it everything, became clear of intention, held those elevated emotions, and went quantum through regular meditation efforts. And this stuff can be fast, because a few weeks later, Jace walked into a surf shop and walked out with the job of his dreams. Every detail exactly as he had written it. Becoming supernatural is nothing less than life-changing for those who apply its lessons, but its scope goes far beyond manifestation. It holds the key to a new reality for those with the courage and determination to accept it. And to find out what I mean by that, watch this video here. Like sun and water to a plant, your likes are greatly appreciated and help my channel grow. Thanks so much for watching, and maybe I'll see you again.